Guys, welcome back to my channel. Now this all started like as a little comedy skit, leave him, leave her, and I did like a little questionnaire on Instagram, and I'm gonna post it on here for you guys. But I had a lot of requests of people telling me to put this on YouTube. I'm sorry that the quality isn't the best, because what I did, I just grabbed it out of my Instagram. But if it actually is a little bit more successful than I think, then I will definitely turn this into like some type of, I don't know, series or something. I will turn it into something, because it actually got a lot of responses, a lot of people hit me up, and I was like, I don't know. Listen, y'all know I'm single. I'm not trying to be a marriage counselor or a therapist or a relationship expert or anything like that. But sometimes it's just good to vent. And if you want to vent with me and on YouTube and get help and all that good stuff, I am here for it. So either way, here it is. I hope you guys enjoy. This is Dr. Biggy giving love advice. Caller, what's your problem? Sometimes I think that my boyfriend is cheating because... If you're already feeling it, he's cheating. Leave him. Next caller. It's been 10 years and I always told my boyfriend to be romantic and he just doesn't get it. If you've been telling him for 10 years, he ain't ever gonna do it. Leave him. Next caller. Sometimes I think, can I do better? If you already thinking you could do better, you can do better. Leave him. Next caller. If you crying, leave him. That's all for tonight, ladies. This is Dr. Biggy back with love advice. Caller, tell me what's going on.
I've been dating this girl for a while, and my kids don't like her.
Listen, if your kids don't like her, that already says a lot. Leave her. Next caller.
My girl's real pretty, and when they compliment her, she kind of sounds like she's flirty.
Listen, just because she's pretty doesn't mean she has an entertainer. That doesn't sound like a good girl. Leave her. Next caller.
All my brother's wives get along with my mom, except my girl. She's kind of real distant with my mom.
Listen, if she's the only one that doesn't get along with your mom, she's clearly the problem. Leave her. Next caller.
My girl doesn't like when I have female friends or talk to any of my exes, but she still talks to her exes and talks to dudes all the time.
Listen, does that sound right? Because that don't sound right to me. Does that sound right to you? Exactly. Leave her. Next caller.
Hey, I'm a real good guy. I have 2 jobs because, I'm putting my wife through school. I cook, I clean, but, sometimes I come home and the house is messy. I haven't had a home-cooked meal in about 2 years, but, she's a queen of my deck,
Honey, that is not the queen of your deck. That is the joker of your deck, okay? You need to find an actual queen to take care of you because you sound like a king. Leave her. Next caller.
I feel my girl takes all my money.
Leave her. Thank you for calling, gentlemen. Is both good and bad, because it's a hobby that at least he's home, that you can see him, that he's not out in clubs and bars flirting with girls and blah blah blah. But I also know that it is very time consuming, and we want our time as the girlfriend. I feel that if you've expressed it to him many times, listen, as soon as you come home, you go right into your game, and you've expressed it over and over and over, and he doesn't listen, then yes, leave him. This is beyond disrespectful. Am I boring you? I'm just trying to tell you about my day. I'm trying to know about you, and you're just gonna be on your phone the whole time. Again, guys, communication is key. If you're always telling your partner, hey, can you get off the phone while I'm talking to you, and they're not listening, leave them. Started because I already know how I feel about flowers. But all jokes aside, I think that flowers are the cheapest, most simplest thing that you can ever get a girl. And if you can't get your man to get you something as simple as that, it's what else can you possibly expect? Majority of the time, the girls that like flowers are known as to be romantic women. So you need to end up with a romantic guy, because si no, mi amor, te vas a quedar el resto de tu vida esperando esas flores que nunca te va a traer. Porque si nunca te las trajo como novio, menos te las va a traer como un esposo. Leave him. Take off my glasses. Y'all killing me. Oh my God. How do you good girls end up with all these losers? How are you with somebody that doesn't ever plan to ever take you out? How does that even happen? I suggested, honey, you never take me out. It's been a long time. We don't go out. We don't ever do anything. We don't do this. We don't do that. You know what? You know what's going to happen? He's not going to take you out, but somebody else is going to want to take you out. That's why before you cheat, leave him.
¡Arrepiéntete, hijo del diablo santo!
I had to on the last video. But all jokes aside, when it comes to religion, I really feel that you should really just date honestly within your own religion. Not saying that it's not going to work out. I have plenty of friends that are married and they're from different religions and different beliefs, and they are happy. But it is harder, because at the end of the day, that is a topic that it's always going to be brought up, especially church. Religion and God or anything regarding beliefs should never have to be forced upon a partner. If your partner doesn't want to believe in something, you kind of can't force it. But if it's that important to you, leave him. get this because a lot of us have been cheated on, so you're kind of always like with your guards up, like my ex used to do this, and if he took long doing this, it's because he's probably out doing something. So you kind of bring that baggage with you, unfortunately. However, I am a big believer that unless someone actually has given me sorry, my niece has given me a reason for me not to trust you, then I can't be judging you based on my past. I also feel that you should work with the person on easing them in. Like, listen, I know you've been hurt and I get that. So if you want to know what I'm doing, I got you. I would try everything I could to make that person feel at ease. But sometimes that does get tiring. Point of mutual understanding is gonna get to the point that you're probably gonna forget to tell him that you went to Target one day, and he's gonna blow up at you thinking that you were somewhere else, and then it's almost disrespecting you because you're like, but I'm not even cheating on you, dude. So to be in a relationship like that, leave. I think in situations like this, when somebody breaks up with somebody and immediately finds somebody else, I don't think that they're that, but I do think that they're the type of people that can never be by themselves. Sadly, they're always going to be jumping from girl to girl to girl because of the fact that it's almost like every time they break up with somebody, they can never grieve whatever breakup they were going through because they try to cover up that pain with the next girl. In my experience, usually a girl like this already has a girl lined up. She always has a plan B girl because of the fact that once she starts knowing that the relationship is already going south, she's like, all right, let me call plan B girl because I'm not about to be hurting over this chick here. So in that case, leave her. Okay, so I wanted to keep answering questions today, but some of y'all's questions went in like a little too deep. And I'm like, listen, I'm not licensed. I'm not like an actual therapist to actually give you guys advice. I'm a comedian, so this is a bit that I do. Leave him, leave her. That's just comedy. Haha. I'm not trying to tell you ladies, to leave your dudes and all these guys to leave your girl. It's just a bit that I do, like if you're not happy, leave. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, there's a lot of unhappy people in my Instagram, and it really sucks because a lot of you guys seem so good, both men and women. I don't pick sides here. What I'm gonna do for you guys, I'm gonna leave you guys a general advice that I got when I was 20 years old and my first church boyfriend cheated on me, and my pastor at the time gave me this advice. May he rest in peace, because he gave me this advice when I was 20 and I'm 38 years old, and it's been with me for all these years. And he told me, Abigail, lo que tú veas en el noviazgo es lo que tú vas a ver en el matrimonio. Si él te engañó ahora, él te va a engañar como esposo. Meaning, whatever you see in the relationship is what you're going to see as a husband, or is what you're going to see as a wife. How he is as a boyfriend is exactly how he's going to be as a boyfriend. I'm sorry, as a husband. She is as a girlfriend, she's going to be as a wife. So in the event that you guys are dating and you have a chance to break it off before the marriage, because the marriage ain't gonna change that. If you already suck as a boyfriend, you're gonna suck as a husband. If you suck as a girlfriend, you're gonna suck as a wife. That's how people think like, oh, once we get married, things are gonna change. No, when you get married, it's gonna get even worse, because I feel like there's more power in a piece of paper. So like, I don't know. So I feel like you don't need to be with somebody 2, 3, 4, 5 years to figure out, oh, I wonder if there's the one day they're gonna change. Like, no, if somebody's good for you, they're going to be good from you from day one. From the very first date, you're going to be like, I don't know, there was something about the first date that I just knew. You know what I mean? You don't need 8, 9, 10 months, 1, 2, 3, 4 years to figure out if somebody's the one for you. Like, you just know, like from the very, very beginning. Now, if they were great in the beginning and they start changing, you might want to figure out and talk why you guys are all of a sudden in a different place. Not only that, a lot of you guys have to take accountability into you staying somewhere that you knew from the very, very beginning wasn't even what you were looking for. Example, you want somebody to bring you flowers and candy and be romantic and take you out to dates, okay? Well, he didn't do that for the first 6 months of your relationship. So what made you think that all of a sudden he was going to change, later on? If in the first 6 months he didn't do that, what makes you think that he's going to do it later on? Like, no, if you dated a girl from the beginning and the first 6 months, she just didn't do a lot of things that you as a man liked, what makes you think that all of a sudden she's going to change it? So you got to hold accountability for yourself. Like, hey, I'm here and I knew this person was like this since day one, but you're still there. But that's your fault. And I can keep going on all day about this, but I just feel like, look within your heart. If you're not happy, you don't need anybody. You don't need me. You don't need anybody to tell you that. Si tú no estás feliz, you got to do something about it. You got to, I don't know, go to marriage counseling or relationship counseling or something. But if you're not happy, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you don't have to stay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to condone and promote divorce or anything like that, but I feel like enough is enough. You know, when you know you've tried and you've given it your all to your partner and you just don't get any of that back, it's okay to leave. Don't feel bad. It's okay to leave. The moral of the story is, I think you should know what love and happiness feels like. They should be together. And if for whatever reason you're not feeling that, I think it's time to go.